It's Josh Gage again, and this is my take on 2017 NRL. Like most people on NRL humour, my predictions aren't really done with any sort of good evidence, facts, numbers, anything. I'm just going to tell it how I see it. Back. Yes, it's back. Footy's back. This is probably the best season, best year, I think, because any team can make the finals. I'm really excited about all of the teams. There's probably only two teams that might not make it. Newcastle Knights and St. George. It's probably going to be a medieval battle for the wooden spoon. I really can't see them doing anything other than winning the buys that they have. That's way about up north. To the Brisbane Broncos. Now, I think at the end of the year, they're probably going to be there. They're probably just not going to get over the line. I don't think they're going to make the top four. I think they're probably going to struggle to get the 8, but they may even get into the 8. They're kind of like the team that when you go to Macca's, you buy the 24 nuggets for $10 deal. You get all the way, you start driving, you get all the way home, and you realise that you don't have any sweet and sour sauce. I think that's what it's going to be like for the Brisbane Broncos. They'll get there, they just won't get there. They won't get the sauce in the end. And Wayne Bennett, I love Wayne Bennett. He's like Clint Eastwood, he's like, get off my lawn. Yeah, I love that. Staying up north, the North Queensland Cowboys. Jonathan freaking Thurston. Now, he is everything that I loathe about Australians. I loathe him. You know why? Because he's got so much heart, so much mongrel. Just give up and give everybody else a turn. Jonathan Thurston, man, is the type of player, right, that would get both of his legs blown off, his right hand, cut off with a samurai sword, and with, 10 minutes to go, 40 points down, he will still find a way to win. Give us a turn, Jonathan Thurston. If this is Jonathan Thurston's last year, I guarantee it, they will win the NRL. But it might not be his last year. Oh yes, the Melbourne Storm had the same spine since 1908. And they just haven't aged at all. Cooper Cronk, Cameron Smith, and Billy Slater. This can only mean one thing, that they are actually vampires. Yes, they are vampires. Melbourne will be there in the end. Melbourne are just that team at Footy Tips. Comes to Footy Tips, you pick them because you know they're consistent. I don't think they're going to go all the way though. But I think Melbourne will be there in the end. Definitely be a force. Ah yes, good old Parramatta. I like Para. Para's kind of like that brother, that just borrows shit and never gives it back. Just borrow your lawnmower, bro. Doesn't come back for 10 years. But you still continue to give him stuff. He's always getting into trouble, but he's just a lovable chap. Yes, that's what Para is to me. I think Para will be there. I think they're really exciting this year. Corey Norman turns up. They're going to be a real force. Let's not forget what they did last year with hardly any of a team. So imagine what they're going to do this year. I think they're going to be a real force. Look out for Parramatta this year. Raiders. Yes, I think the boys down in the capital are going to do really well this year. It's hard to think maybe that a team coached by Ricky Stewart could do so well, looking at what he done with Parramatta and Cronulla. However, they have got some really good players up front, real strong pack, and out wide. I love their finishes, their centre combinations that they had last year were really good. And Blake Austin, dude just looks like a Viking. I like that guy. He looks like a Viking. So, Canberra Raiders, I think they're going to be special this year. Another team. Yes, the mighty blue and white, the Bulldogs. Yeah, the old, let's just burn some cars whether we win or lose, Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs are a real force this year as well. And it's up to them whether they want to win. I think Josh Reynolds, even though he looks like a guy with a stink breath, I think he can drive them around the park. And I think he can do some good things. David Clemmer as well. Man up front, how do you make something ugly even uglier? You give it here, like David Clemmer. But I think they're going to be a force this year as well, the Doggies. I've always liked the Doggies. Real strong team. I think they can go all the way as well. Up, Cronulla! Okay, so Cronulla went over to the World Challenge and they got pumped. Listen here, Northern Hemisphere people, no one gives a rat's ass about the World Challenge. We don't care about it. It's like a gherkin in your cheeseburger. If it's there, if it's there. If it's not there, no one really cares. Cronulla. Now let's look at Cronulla's combination that they've still got. Maloney and Chad Townsend. Deadly combination. Guys, I think you've got to watch out for for Fafita as well. Fafita is always a good player. And they've got some good finishers out wide, man. I'm expecting big things from Cronulla. Can they go back to back? I don't think so, but I think they'll be there in the end. Over there in Bondi, the Roosters. We saw glimpses of how good the Roosters can be when Mitchell Pearce isn't fornicating with dogs. So I think Mitchell Pearce is going to have a great year this year. I really liked his attitude when he did come back into the game last year. And I think we can expect some big things from the Roosters. They're always a solid team. Another team that I think can make the 8. They could probably even make top 4 if they wanted to. It's up to the Roosters though. They've got talent across the paddock. So it's really hard to say they're not going to be there. You know what I mean? The Manly Sea Eagles, great team with the Stewart brothers, Steve Murray, Jamie Lyon. Oh man, Des Hasler is their coach. Oh, this is awkward. That's when they had a good team. I don't think they're gonna do much this year. They're probably gonna battle it out with St. George maybe. And Daly Cherry Evans looks like a llama. The boys from Redfern, the Bunnies, the Rabbits. I love them. I love Greg Inglis. I think he's just a freak of a player. So if he turns it on, look out. Everybody is in trouble. They bought well with Robbie Farah, bringing him in, got that experience. What will he do? No one really knows. I think the Bunnies can still be a force though. They've still got some good players. Walker is another player to watch out for. The one thing I don't like about the Bunnies is that they're called the Bunnies and the Rabbits. Doesn't really scream, I'm going to rip your face off, rah, you know, with my vegetarian diet. I'm a rabbit. Rabbit, yeah, no one cares. Yes, we can't forget about the Gold Coast Titans, even though for like the last 2 decades, no one's really cared about them until they brought Jared Hayne. Yes, let's have a big stadium, can't fill it. Let's buy Jared Hayne. Everybody comes to watch Jared Hayne. Goodbye, though. Goodbye. They've got some good players up front. Parsi. And let's not forget about my man. My man, if you keep him off the pies, he's going to score you some tries. Conrad Hurrell. Another X factor in the game. I think the Titans are really, really dangerous this year. Man, watch out for the Titans with their nice hands, their chiseled jaws. Damn them. The Penrith Panthers. Yeah, the Penrith Panthers. Yes, you thought at the foot of the mountains, the only good thing out there, out in Penrith, was aquagolf. Nope, they've also got a really, really good team this year. A team I think can make the top 4. Great combination in the halves, deadly out wide, great forward pack, good coach seems to be getting the most out of them. What I don't like about Penrith is Gus Gould. I'm not going to jump on his weight or anything. He just kind of reminds me of Jabba the Hutt. You know, I don't know why, he just does. Young, flamboyant, fast. The West Tigers, we can't go past the West Tigers. They got a great combination there in the halves. They got a great leader in Opie, the guy from Sons of Anarchy. Woods in the front there. I think they've got a great combination out wide as well. A lot of strength, a lot of speed. They've just got to put in that hard work though. They've just got to put in those hard yards. They've got to turn up. That's all the West Tigers have to do. The West Tigers remind me of my mate down at the pub, Barry. You know, Barry, we're at the pub. Tomorrow we're going to be moving old mate's house. You know, do you want to come and give us a hand, bring your ute down? Barry's like, yep, I'll bring my ute, boys, and I'll come down and I'll help. Tomorrow comes, no ute, no Barry. No bickies. If they turn up, if they work hard and do those little things, I think they're going to be a force this year. Really excited to see the Tigers. And last, ta-da! The Warriors, the New Zealand Warriors. Oh shit, this stinks. New Zealand Warriors, man. This is the year that the Warriors need to do something. They need to bring that trophy back to New Zealand. They have got the best spine in the competition. They went and brought Kieran Foran. Man, we've gone way over the salary cap that no one even cares. They're just like, oh, okay, let's just let them go over because they're so shit. Let them go over the salary cap and let them keep buying whoever they need to buy to try and win a premiership. Guys, this is the year. All you've got to do is do the basic fundamentals of like catching the ball, holding on to the ball, tackling, and probably playing more than 10 minutes. If we can do that, yes, we will. Bring that home. For me, the Warriors have got to win it 2017, hands down. I've been saying it every year for the last 20 years. This is our time. This must be our time. If it's not our time, if we don't even make the 8, Warriors, I'm going to go and watch AFL. You better win. Woo! Footy's back.